Today, I want you to embrace something deeply transformative. Act as if you are the best, because no one is better than you. There is a power within you that is waiting to be claimed, a potential so extraordinary that the world will only begin to notice once you allow yourself to feel it, live it, and embody it. In the vastness of this world, there is no one quite like you. From the moment you were born, you've been unique with your own set of talents, experiences, and perspectives. Your thoughts, dreams, and abilities are yours alone, and they shape the way you interact with the world around you. It's easy to forget this truth, especially when we're surrounded by constant comparisons and expectations from society, family, and even ourselves. But the reality is that you are irreplaceable, and the sooner you embrace that, the more empowered your life will become. It's common to feel as though we need to measure up to someone else's standards, whether it's the success of a colleague, the appearance of a friend, or the accomplishments of a celebrity. Comparison can be an all too familiar trap. But here's the truth: no one can be you. No one can think the thoughts you think, experience life in the exact way you do, or bring to the world the same energy and light that you bring. The essence of who you are is entirely your own, and that's a powerful gift. When you begin to truly understand this, something magical happens. You stop feeling the need to compete or prove yourself. You stop chasing approval from outside sources, because deep down, you recognize that your value doesn't come from anything external, it comes from within. You are enough just as you are, and your uniqueness is what makes you valuable to the world. Think about it for a moment. In all of history, in all the years that have passed and all the people who have come before you, there has never been and will never be another you. Your experiences, your insights, your personality, and your way of seeing the world are distinct. They give you a perspective that no one else can offer. What you bring to the table is irreplaceable because it's entirely your own. Even if someone else has similar skills or talents, they cannot bring the same essence, the same combination of traits and energy that you do. One of the most liberating truths you can embrace is the idea that you don't need to be anyone but yourself. When you stop trying to fit into molds that weren't made for you, you begin to step into your true power. You stop dimming your light to match what you think others want to see, and instead you allow yourself to shine in your own authentic way. This is where true freedom lies. You don't have to be like anyone else, and you certainly don't have to compete with others to prove your worth. You already possess everything you need to create a meaningful and fulfilling life. What often holds us back from embracing our uniqueness is fear. We fear that if we don't conform, we won't be accepted. We fear that standing out will make us vulnerable to judgment or rejection. But the truth is, the more you try to blend in, the more you lose touch with who you really are. When you hide your true self, you deny the world the beauty and gifts you have to offer. By embracing your uniqueness, you allow others to see the real you, and that authenticity is magnetic. The world doesn't need more people trying to be like everyone else. The world needs you in all your glorious individuality. Your unique qualities, your perspective, and your way of thinking are exactly what make you special. There are people out there who will connect with and be inspired by who you are, not by who you think you should be. When you allow yourself to be truly seen, you create opportunities for real connection, growth, and impact. Furthermore, recognizing your uniqueness is not about feeling superior to others. It's about understanding that everyone has something valuable to offer, including you. You are a piece of the larger puzzle, and without you, something essential would be missing. Your contributions, no matter how big or small, matter. Whether it's in your career, your relationships, or simply in the way you move through the world, your presence makes a difference. It's important to remember that your uniqueness isn't just about your talents or abilities. It's also about your journey, your experiences, your struggles, and your triumphs. Every challenge you've faced has shaped you into the person you are today, and those experiences give you a wisdom and insight that no one else has. Even your imperfections are a part of what makes you irreplaceable. They add depth and character to your story, and they give you the ability to empathize and connect with others in a way that only you can. So the next time you find yourself doubting your worth, remember this: you are unique and you are irreplaceable. There is no one else like you, and that is your greatest strength. Embrace it, celebrate it, and live your life fully, knowing that you have something extraordinary to offer the world simply by being yourself. There is an immense reservoir of power within you, a source that has always been there waiting for you to recognize and tap into it. This inner power is not something external or elusive, it is intrinsic to your very being. Many people go through life without fully connecting to this power, unaware of the incredible strength, resilience, and potential that lie within them. Yet when you learn to align with it, everything begins to shift. At the core of this power is your sense of self. It is the deep, unshakable knowing that you are capable of creating the life you desire. This power is not dependent on external circumstances, and it's not something that others can give or take away. It exists in your thoughts, your beliefs, and your ability to choose your responses to life. You hold the keys to your destiny, and aligning with your inner power means taking full ownership of that truth. Many people spend their lives looking for validation or approval from outside sources. They seek to feel powerful through achievement, status, or recognition from others. But true power comes from within, not from anything external. It's a state of being, not a condition based on what you have or what you've done. When you are in alignment with your inner power, you no longer need external validation to feel worthy or capable. You understand that your value is inherent, and that understanding allows you to approach life with confidence and self-assurance. One of the first steps in aligning with your inner power is acknowledging that you have control over your thoughts and beliefs. The mind is incredibly powerful, and the way you think shapes your reality. If you constantly think thoughts of self-doubt or unworthiness, you will create a life that reflects those beliefs. But if you begin to think thoughts of empowerment, self-love, and possibility, you will start to create a reality that aligns with that mindset. This is not about pretending that challenges don't exist. It's about choosing to see those challenges as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles that hold you back. Your inner power is most accessible when you are living in alignment with your true self. This means embracing who you are, flaws and all, without trying to fit into molds or expectations that aren't yours. Often we hold ourselves back by trying to be someone we're not, whether that's to please others or to meet societal standards of success. But when you let go of those external pressures and start living authentically, you naturally align with your power. You stop trying to be what the world wants and start being who you truly are, and that is where real strength lies. When you align with your inner power, you also align with a sense of purpose. You begin to move through life with intention, guided by your own inner wisdom, rather than by the expectations or opinions of others. This purpose doesn't have to be something grand or world-changing. It could be as simple as living in a way that brings you joy, peace, and fulfillment. What's important is that your actions and decisions come from a place of authenticity and inner alignment. Part of aligning with your power is learning to trust yourself. Too often we second-guess our decisions or look to others for guidance when the answers we seek are already within us. Trusting yourself means listening to your intuition, honoring your feelings, and believing in your ability to make the right choices for your life. It's about recognizing that no one else knows what's best for you better than you do. This trust may take time to build, especially if you've spent years looking outside of yourself for guidance. But with practice, you can develop a deep and unwavering trust in your own instincts and judgment. Another crucial aspect of aligning with your inner power is taking responsibility for your life. This doesn't mean blaming yourself for everything that happens, but it does mean recognizing that you have control over how you respond to life's circumstances. You can't always control what happens to you, but you can control how you react. When you take responsibility for your thoughts, feelings, and actions, you step into your power. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the creator of your reality. This inner power also enables you to face challenges with resilience and courage. Life will inevitably bring difficulties, but when you are aligned with your power, you know that you have the strength to overcome them. You stop seeing challenges as insurmountable obstacles and start seeing them as opportunities to grow and evolve. Your power comes from your ability to adapt, to persevere, and to rise above whatever life throws your way. In aligning with your inner power, you also learn to cultivate peace and balance within yourself. This doesn't mean you'll never feel stress or anxiety, but it does mean that you have the tools to bring yourself back to a place of calm and centeredness. Your power lies in your ability to remain grounded, even in the face of external chaos. You recognize that peace is something that comes from within, not something that can be found in the outside world. Ultimately, aligning with your inner power is about reclaiming your true self. It's about recognizing that everything you need to create a fulfilling, meaningful life already exists within you. When you align with that power, you unlock your potential and step into a life of confidence, purpose, and self-assurance. You become the architect of your destiny, guided by your inner strength and wisdom. Believing in your worth is one of the most transformative things you can do for yourself. It is the foundation upon which everything in your life is built: your relationships, your career, your happiness, and your sense of purpose. Yet many people struggle with this concept, often tying their sense of worth to external factors like achievements, the approval of others, or material possessions. True worth, however, comes from within. It's not something that can be given to you by the outside world, nor is it something that can be taken away. Your worth is inherent, and it's time to believe in it fully. From the time we are young, society conditions us to believe that our worth is tied to how much we accomplish, how we look, or how others perceive us. We're taught to compare ourselves to others and measure our success by external standards. But the truth is, no amount of accolades, wealth, or praise can fill the void left by a lack of self-worth. Even the most successful or admired people can feel inadequate if they haven't learned to value themselves from within. Believing in your worth means recognizing that you are enough, just as you are, without needing to prove it to anyone. It's about understanding that your value isn't contingent on what you do, but on who you are. You don't need to achieve a certain level of success or gain the approval of others to be worthy of love, respect, or happiness. You already deserve those things by virtue of your existence. When you believe in your worth, you stop seeking validation from the outside and start living authentically, based on your own values and beliefs. One of the most significant barriers to believing in your worth is the constant comparison we make with others. In a world where social media, television, and advertisements are constantly showing us idealized versions of success and happiness, it's easy to feel like we don't measure up. We see people who appear to have it all, and we start to question our own value. But what we often forget is that everyone's journey is different. You are on your own unique path, and your worth isn't diminished because someone else seems to be ahead. The only person you should ever compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. Believing in your worth also means letting go of the idea that you need to be perfect. Perfection is an illusion, and chasing it will only leave you feeling exhausted and unfulfilled. Your worth is not tied to how flawless you are, but to how real you are. When you accept your self-imperfections and all, you allow yourself the freedom to grow, to learn, and to make mistakes without feeling like those mistakes define you. In fact, your worth is often found in those moments of vulnerability when you have the courage to show up as your authentic self without fear of judgment. Another critical aspect of believing in your worth is setting boundaries. When you value yourself, you no longer tolerate mistreatment or disrespect from others. You stop saying yes to things that drain your energy or make you feel small. And you start saying yes to the things that uplift and honor you. Setting boundaries isn't about being selfish, it's about protecting your well-being and ensuring that you are surrounded by people and situations that reflect the respect and love you have for yourself. When you believe in your worth, you stop seeking external approval and start trusting your own instincts. You begin to make decisions based on what feels right for you, not what others expect or think is best. You stop being swayed by the opinions of others and start listening to your inner voice. This self-trust is empowering because it allows you to live life on your own terms. You realize that you are the expert on your own life, and no one else can dictate your path. Believing in your worth also changes the way you approach your goals and dreams. When you value yourself, you know that you deserve to pursue the things that bring you joy and fulfillment. You stop holding yourself back out of fear that you're not good enough. And you start going after what you truly want with confidence. You understand that you are worthy of success, happiness, and love, and you stop settling for less than you deserve. This doesn't mean that you won't face challenges or setbacks, but it does mean that you'll have the inner strength to keep going because you believe in your own potential. Ultimately, believing in your worth is about cultivating a deep sense of self-love and acceptance. It's about recognizing that you are enough, just as you are, and that you don't need to change yourself to fit into anyone else's mold. When you believe in your worth, you stop letting fear, doubt, or insecurity hold you back, and you start living from a place of empowerment and confidence. You realize that you are deserving of all the good things life has to offer, not because of what you've done, but because of who you are. This shift in mindset doesn't happen overnight, but it's a journey worth taking. It requires patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to challenge the limiting beliefs that have kept you from fully embracing your worth. But once you start to believe in yourself, the world around you changes. You attract better opportunities, healthier relationships, and a deeper sense of fulfillment because you are no longer seeking validation from outside sources. Instead, you are living from a place of knowing that you are enough. And that belief becomes the foundation upon which you build a life of purpose, joy, and abundance. Releasing the fear of judgment is a powerful and liberating step toward living an authentic and fulfilling life. Many of us are conditioned to seek approval from others, constantly worrying about how we are perceived. Whether it's fear of being criticized, misunderstood, or rejected, the concern about judgment can become a mental prison, keeping us from expressing who we truly are. But this fear, while common, is something we can learn to let go of. By releasing it, we open ourselves up to a life where we are free to be authentic, to make bold choices, and to live in alignment with our values, rather than constantly being weighed down by the opinions of others. One of the first things to recognize is that judgment from others is inevitable. No matter what you do, people will have opinions. You could be the kindest, most generous person in the world, and still someone may find fault with you. This is not a reflection of your worth, but a reflection of their own beliefs, biases, or insecurities. When you accept that judgment is a part of life and not something you can control, you can start to detach from the fear of it. You realize that what others think of you is none of your business. It's their interpretation based on their own experiences, and it does not define who you are. Living in constant fear of judgment creates a barrier between you and your true self. You may find yourself holding back, not saying what you really mean, or not pursuing what you really want, all to avoid disapproval. But the price of this is your own happiness and fulfillment. When you suppress your true desires and silence your voice, you disconnect from your authentic self. Over time, this can lead to feelings of dissatisfaction, frustration, and even resentment. You may start to feel like you're living someone else's life, trying to meet expectations that aren't even your own. Releasing the fear of judgment means stepping into your authenticity and embracing who you are, flaws and all. It's about understanding that you are not here to live up to anyone else's standards but your own. You have unique gifts, talents, and perspectives to share with the world, and hiding them out of fear of criticism robs both you and others of those gifts. When you allow yourself to be real, vulnerable, and unapologetic, you give others permission to do the same. Your authenticity becomes a source of inspiration to those around you, and you create deeper, more meaningful connections. To release the fear of judgment, it's important to cultivate self-acceptance and self-compassion. Often the harshest judgments don't come from others, but from ourselves. We criticize our own mistakes, imperfections, or perceived shortcomings and project that judgment onto others, assuming they will view us the same way. But when you learn to accept yourself fully, without harsh criticism or unrealistic expectations, you begin to care less about what others think. You start to realize that everyone has flaws, and perfection is not the goal. The goal is to be true to yourself, to honor your own path, and to live in a way that aligns with your values. One way to release the fear of judgment is by shifting your focus inward. Rather than seeking approval from others, seek approval from yourself. Ask yourself if you are living in a way that feels authentic and true to who you are. Are you making choices that align with your values and desires, or are you making choices based on what others expect of you? When you live in alignment with yourself, the opinions of others become far less important. You become more grounded in your own truth, and that internal validation becomes far more powerful than any external approval. Another powerful tool in releasing judgment is learning to detach from outcomes. Often we fear judgment because we're overly attached to how we will be perceived. But the truth is, you can't control how others will interpret your actions or words. Trying to please everyone is a losing battle, and it takes you away from your own sense of purpose. Instead of worrying about how you'll be received, focus on doing what feels right for you. Trust that those who resonate with your authenticity will appreciate it, and those who don't were never meant to be part of your journey. It's also helpful to remind yourself that most people are too focused on their own lives to spend much time judging you. While you may fear being judged, in reality, most people are dealing with their own insecurities, challenges, and self-doubt. They aren't paying as much attention to you as you might think. By recognizing this, you can start to let go of the fear that others are constantly evaluating your every move. Releasing the fear of judgment is an ongoing process, but with practice, it becomes easier. Each time you step out of your comfort zone and act in alignment with your true self, you build confidence. You start to see that the world doesn't fall apart when you stop seeking approval, and in fact, your life becomes richer and more fulfilling. You give yourself permission to take risks, to express your creativity, and to pursue your passions without the weight of other people's opinions holding you back. Ultimately, releasing the fear of judgment is about reclaiming your freedom. It's about living life on your own terms with courage, self-love, and authenticity. When you stop worrying about what others think, you open yourself up to endless possibilities and a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment. You realize that your worth isn't tied to anyone else's opinion, and that being true to yourself is the most powerful thing you can do. Visualizing your success is a practice that can transform your life by harnessing the power of your mind to create the reality you desire. It's a mental exercise in which you vividly imagine achieving your goals, feeling the emotions associated with success, and living the life you've always dreamed of. This technique isn't just about daydreaming or wishful thinking, it's about using the creative power of your thoughts to shape your reality and align your actions with your ambitions. The first step in visualizing your success is to get clear about what success looks like for you. Success means different things to different people, and it's important to define it for yourself. What does your ideal life look like? What are the goals you want to achieve? Be as specific as possible. The clearer your vision, the more powerful the visualization process becomes. Instead of having vague goals like "I want to be successful" or "I want to be happy," focus on tangible details. Do you see yourself owning a thriving business, running marathons, or perhaps traveling the world? What does your daily routine look like when you've reached this level of success? Imagine every detail, from the clothes you wear to the people you surround yourself with, to how you feel when you wake up in the morning. This clarity is essential for visualization to work effectively. Once you've defined your success, create a mental picture of it. Close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself living that life. See yourself in the scenarios that represent success for you. Visualize every aspect of it: the sights, the sounds, the smells, and the emotions. Imagine yourself achieving your goals, whether it's speaking on a stage to thousands of people, receiving an award, or even just experiencing a quiet moment of fulfillment. Picture yourself feeling confident, proud, and happy. Feel the emotions in your body as if the success has already happened. The more detailed and vivid your visualization, the more your mind will accept it as reality. It's important to understand that the brain doesn't distinguish much between real and imagined experiences. This is why visualization can be so effective. When you repeatedly visualize your success, you create neural pathways in your brain that strengthen your belief in your ability to achieve those goals. Over time, your mind begins to accept this vision as a possible and achievable reality, and this, in turn, influences your behavior. You begin to act in ways that align with your vision, making decisions that bring you closer to your goals. It's like programming your mind to expect success. And when your mind expects success, your actions follow suit. Consistency is key when it comes to visualization. Make it a daily practice, spending a few minutes each day immersing yourself in your vision of success. Many people find that visualizing in the morning sets a positive tone for the day, helping them stay focused and motivated. Others prefer to visualize before bed, allowing their subconscious mind to work on those images while they sleep. Either way, the more often you practice visualization, the more deeply ingrained your success-oriented mindset will become. But visualization is not just about thinking, it's also about feeling. Emotions are a crucial part of this process. When you visualize your success, feel the joy, excitement, and satisfaction of achieving your goals. Imagine the sense of accomplishment and pride you'll experience. These emotions are powerful motivators. They help bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be by creating a deep emotional connection to your goals. This emotional resonance is what makes your vision feel real and attainable, pushing you to take the necessary steps to bring it to life. It's also important to take action alongside your visualizations. While seeing and feeling your success is a powerful tool, it must be paired with consistent effort in the real world. Visualization creates a mental roadmap for your success, but you still need to walk that path. Let your visualizations guide your actions, making decisions that align with the life you've been envisioning. If you've been visualizing yourself as a successful business owner, start taking practical steps toward that goal, whether it's developing your skills, networking, or investing in your ideas. Visualization doesn't replace hard work, it complements and enhances it. Another critical component of visualization is belief. You must believe in the possibility of your success. If you visualize your goals but hold on to doubts or fears about whether you can achieve them, those negative thoughts will undermine your efforts. Visualizing with conviction requires you to trust in your abilities and in the process. This belief acts as a magnet, attracting opportunities, resources, and the right people to help you along the way. Over time, your belief in your vision strengthens, and as your confidence grows, so does your capacity to achieve more. Lastly, visualization helps you overcome obstacles and challenges. When you have a clear mental picture of where you want to go, you become more resilient in the face of difficulties. Challenges are inevitable, but when you can see your end goal vividly in your mind, you're less likely to give up when things get tough. Visualization gives you the inner strength to stay committed to your vision, knowing that every step forward is bringing you closer to the life you desire. In conclusion, visualizing your success is a powerful mental tool that aligns your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your goals. By creating a clear, vivid image of what success looks like for you, feeling the emotions associated with it, and believing in its possibility, you set yourself on a path to manifesting your dreams. Paired with consistent action and a strong belief in yourself, visualization can help you create the life you've always wanted. It's a practice of turning your dreams into reality, one mental picture at a time. Living as if it's already true is a powerful mindset shift that can help you align with the life you desire. This principle goes beyond mere wishful thinking and becomes a method for manifesting your dreams by acting as though you have already achieved them. It's about embodying the feelings, behaviors, and mindset of the person you want to become. By doing so, you draw that reality closer, creating a mental and emotional environment where your desires can thrive. One of the first steps in living as if it's already true is to fully embrace the belief that your dreams are possible. Many people want to achieve certain things but hold back because they don't truly believe in their own potential. They may desire success, love, or happiness, but deep down they feel undeserving or unprepared. To live as if it's already true, you must begin by letting go of those doubts. You have to consciously replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. If your goal is to be successful in your career, tell yourself, I am already successful, and then behave as though that success is part of your everyday life. This doesn't mean pretending, but rather aligning your thoughts, actions, and energy with the outcome you desire. Another crucial aspect is developing the habits and behaviors of the person you want to become. Think about what your life would look like if your dreams were already realized. How would you carry yourself? What kind of choices would you make? How would you spend your time? If your goal is to be financially successful, start adopting the habits of someone who is financially secure. Perhaps this means budgeting more effectively, saving wisely, or making strategic investments. By practicing these behaviors now, even if you haven't yet reached your goal, you're creating the foundation for your future success. Living as if it's already true also involves cultivating the emotions that accompany your desired outcome. Our emotions are powerful indicators of where we are mentally and energetically. If you're constantly feeling stressed, anxious, or doubtful about achieving your goals, those emotions will dominate your reality. However, if you can begin to feel the joy, confidence, and peace that come with living your dream, you'll naturally attract more of those experiences into your life. Take time each day to connect with the emotions of your future self. Imagine how you would feel waking up in the morning if you had already achieved your biggest goals. How light, confident, and empowered would you feel? Let those emotions fill your heart and guide your daily interactions. A major part of this practice is taking aligned action. Living as if it's already true requires not only thinking and feeling differently, but also doing things that move you toward your goal. It's not enough to just sit back and hope things will happen. You need to take inspired, consistent action. If your goal is to be in a healthy, loving relationship, you need to actively nurture your personal growth, be open to love, and engage in relationships in a way that reflects the type of partnership you desire. Take steps every day that are aligned with the life you envision. As you do this, you'll find that opportunities and synchronicities appear to support you on your path. It's important to understand that living as if it's already true isn't about faking it or denying your current reality. It's about choosing to focus on what's possible rather than what's lacking. You may not have reached your ultimate goal yet, but by acting as if you have, you're reinforcing a mindset of abundance and possibility. This shift in perception allows you to move away from a scarcity mindset where you're constantly focused on what you don't have and step into a space where you can fully embrace the abundance of the present moment. This practice also helps build resilience. When challenges arise, and they inevitably will, living as if it's already true helps you stay grounded in your vision. Instead of being discouraged by obstacles, you view them as temporary setbacks that won't derail your ultimate success. You can ask yourself, how would my future self handle this situation? By staying connected to your vision, you develop the ability to navigate difficulties with grace and perseverance, knowing that you are moving toward the life you desire. A key to this mindset is surrounding yourself with people, environments, and influences that support your growth. If you're trying to live as if you've already achieved a certain level of success, but you're constantly surrounded by negativity or doubt, it can be difficult to maintain that vision. Seek out positive influences, whether through friends, mentors, or even books and media that reinforce your belief in your own potential. Align yourself with people who inspire and uplift you, and immerse yourself in environments that reflect the life you're working to create. Lastly, living as if it's already true requires patience and trust. This is not an overnight process. There will be times when it feels difficult to maintain the mindset, especially when external circumstances don't yet reflect your vision. But trust the process. Trust that by consistently aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with your desires, you are actively shaping your reality. Over time, as you continue to live in this way, you will notice shifts in your life. Opportunities will arise, connections will form, and your dreams will begin to take shape in the physical world. In conclusion, living as if it's already true is about embodying the life you want to create in every moment. By aligning your beliefs, habits, emotions, and actions with your vision of success, you invite that reality into your life. It's a practice of trusting in your potential, taking inspired action, and living in alignment with the person you want to become. With patience, consistency, and self-belief, you can transform your desires into your lived experience.